Here we go.
So we're just gonna start with the hair first, just because that's kind of easy. Just make sure their hair is straight. I'm not asking for you to blow it out and make it beautiful, vibrant, just straight. You can just sit there with flat iron, throw her hair up, and just straighten the ponytail. I could care less. But as far as putting it up high, what I do is I have them turn their head upside down, and I just start brushing it forward first, because you need these bumps to all go away before you start putting it up. So I'm just brushing her hair forward, trying to get as many bumps as I can. Obviously, if you have a comb, you want to do that, use that. But this is a soft bristle brush. So I'm going to start from the top and start pulling it back in. That's so long. You can wet it if you want, which helps making it a little bit sleeker, but I wouldn't use any type of like that got to be glue. Don't use that. That turns their hair white. Yeah. So a little bit of hairspray is about what's gonna tame these flyaways down. If they have a lot of like baby hairs, just make sure if you put a little bit of like mousse in their hair before you start putting it up, it should tame them. I just keep going around. There's no method. You just keep going. So all the way until it's all smooth. I'm neurotic, so I keep going. So I want to make sure I get her ponytail nice and high. And I'm going to put it in with a separate hair tie. So you don't want to use the hair tie of the actual bow, just because then the hair tie and the bow actually pulls really easy. So this is the pony. Obviously, because it's not straight, I would sit here and I'd straighten it. So make sure you straighten that. And then for the bow, so you're going to make sure that the tails face forward. So I put it on her head like this. I'm going to ask her to hold it for me. She's going to make sure that the tails don't move, and all I'm doing is working with the hair tie then. So I go backwards. I don't put the hair tie in and then make sure the bow's good. I make sure the bow's good first, and then I put the hair tie in. And you don't even need to tie it that tight, 1 or 2 times or 3 the most, because like I said, it's going to stretch out the band. So see how it makes it sit nice and forward like that? Sometimes bows will like to do this, and then your tails are coming up. So the way I had it stay was from her holding it. The bobby pins make sure it doesn't fall out of the head. So you're going to take bobby pins, at least 4 is what I tell everybody, if not more. You're going to cross them like you're making the letter X. So I'm putting it actually towards the top part of her head, not the end, because it just falls off. It won't stay. So you want to make sure it's on a big part of that bow, and you're crossing them. And one thing I learned for all you beauticians out there is the teeth are supposed to be facing down, or else it doesn't do anything. So make sure the teeth are facing down. Yeah, I don't know where I learned that, but something you learn every day, new every day, right? So I'm crisscrossing it, and I made 2 little X's. You could have done more if you wanted.
Can we put it so you can't see it? Can we put the bobby pin so you can't see it?
No, because that far away you can't see it.
Yeah, like
They don't even show up in pictures. All right, so for makeup. If you want to put foundation on them, you can. You don't want them to look drowned out. They are on a stage with lights, so the heavier the makeup, the better it is. If you don't want them to look like a drag queen, then don't do heavy makeup. So it's really up to the kids. Some kids like a lot. Like my child wears fake eyelashes with it and everything. They go crazy. Some kids don't. Some kids just put the makeup on how it's supposed to be, and then once they're done performing, they're wiping it off because they don't want it on their face. So you don't have to. You're going to start with the primer. So you got a white primer in there. What I do is I have them tilt their head back, because then everything starts to get on their face. Sammy has the smallest eyes in the world, I forgot.
Thank you.
I think because I've done her makeup before, that's why So I'm putting the actual primer all over the lid. And I'm going up a little bit above it because it's a white shimmer. So there's no, it's not gonna be wrong. It's just gonna be a shimmery around it. So the more the better. But you don't want to cake it on because then the shadow itself will be cakey. You got a brush. What I suggest is not just dabbing in the brush, but actually spinning it around and getting a little bit of it off. So it's like powdered on the top. Tilt your head back. And I'm actually just pressing it. I'm not swiping, I'm pressing.
Press it on.
Yep, if I can. I actually have them lay on the ground just because they're more comfortable. Sometimes their neck starts to hurt like this. Open your eye. Look forward. So see how it's all on the lid?
Yeah.
Okay, tilt your head back. I'll do the other eye so you don't look like a weirdo. So again, I'm just pressing it on. I'm not swiping it because then it's just gonna swipe right off. This teal is very vibrant, so we wanna make sure it stays on. And if anything, if it comes onto the face, you just wipe it off with a makeup wipe because,
How many Q-tip?
yeah, Q-tip. So that's just a shadow. Then you got a liner in your bag. So you're gonna make sure that what I do for the liner is, if you want, you can take like a spoon and you can draw against the grain of a spoon if you want it. If you want to have a straight line, if you don't really care about the line. To me, it's not hard as long as I pull on the lid. So I have to pull this way, or else your lid is so loose it just kind of crinkles and makes like a weird zigzag line. So I pull sideways on the lid. I start from the inside. And I actually just kind of outline the eye itself, but I extend it just a little bit and a little wing. And then I make it a little thicker after. So I got a line, and now I'll thicken it up. For you guys who are righties, make sure you start from the inside, so you have to turn your hand the opposite way. Again, another lesson I learned. So a little bit of a wing. Open. Okay. And then, it's not in your kit, but you can use it, is mascara. What I have them do for mascara is look forward, but look all the way down. And that's how you do it. Or else you're going to be, oh, I got it on your face. This is cats, that's why. Or else you're going to be putting it on their eyelid itself. I don't want you to have black on your nose. Sorry, friend.
I'll do the mother spit thing.
Oh, she has wipes in her bag. I'll get it. She has very long lashes, Joey.
Yeah, not for me either.
You can curl them if you want, but again, nothing is wrong. And the last thing you're gonna do is just a lipstick. What I do with the lipstick is there's no rhyme or reason to lipstick. Put it on right before you give them to us, because what happens is they go like this,
Yeah.
and then you got pink lips, but no more red lips. So red lips stick out, pink lips kind of make it look drowned.
Is the lipstick in the case, or you just
It
use
is.
Okay.
It's in there. Yep. It's like a bright red. What I do with Gina's is I'll put the lipstick on. I'll put like a clear lip gloss over it, so it's kind of glossy. But you don't have to. It doesn't like you. It doesn't want to come off. All right, and there we go. That's it. And I'll send you guys the link with the video, so if you want to like watch it as
You
you
could
do
do
it.
a little blush on them too.
Yeah, I would definitely do a little brush on their cheeks if you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done?
Yep, we're finished.